Welcome to the Financial Fitness Introductory webinar. Make sure you have a pen and paper to take notes and that you received and printed out the Dreams and Dreads worksheet. My name is Warren Jones, and I'm excited to introduce a revolutionary program that has transformed the lives of tens of thousands of people around the world today. This introduction is designed to give you not only real information, but inspiration for you to take action on, to help you make that massive transformation in your life and to help your family be financially fit. This is an introduction to our full financial fitness course that we really hope you choose to participate in with us. So, how are we doing in our journey towards financial fitness? 30% of us have less than $1,000 saved. 50% have less than a month's of income saved up. And 50% of all Americans last year didn't save 1 cent. 95% of baby boomers don't have enough for retirement. And Harris Interactive said that 50% of Americans don't have even a budget. Money Magazine poll said 61% of us are living paycheck to paycheck. 20% of those are making more than $100,000 a year. And 40% will spend more than 110% of their income just this year. Financial ignorance is a worldwide epidemic, and the cure is real financial education. See, there are 3 areas of financial fitness that we all need to learn about. We see it as a game that you can win and create real wealth. The first step is the offense, how to create wealth. The second, defense, which is understanding that money is a stewardship and that creating wealth is not just about how much money you make, but how much money you keep. The third is the playing field, which is understanding monetary policy and how the booms and bust cycle work with macroeconomics. This program offers a holistic financial education that can give you a real game plan to win the money game. Well, maybe you're like me and you're skeptical. Maybe you tried other things and it didn't work out. Maybe you tried using the equity in your home to consolidate debt and pay off a few of those credit cards, only to end up deeper in debt. Maybe you've cinched up your belt and broke out your Excel spreadsheet, budgeted down to the last penny, but it wasn't too fun and you got tired of eating ramen noodles. Or on your spreadsheet it showed that you should be stockpiling money, but by the end of the month, the stockpile on paper is not what you find in your bank account. Maybe you even tried to start your own business, but it just didn't work. And it seems that no matter what you try, it just doesn't seem to work for you, or you can't stick with it long enough until it does. Well, that's my story. I was taught to go to school, get a secure job, and make sure I have a good credit score so that I can make payments for the rest of my life. But it seemed that no matter how hard I worked and how much money I made, it was never enough. I was never able to put any real money into savings. I became one of those statistics. I even tried starting my own business. And starting your own business from scratch is really hard. I didn't have enough time, money, or experience to really be competitive, especially while I was working my day job. My business turned into a hobby and eventually we closed the doors. And I felt stuck. I lost hope. I didn't know where to turn. Till I met my mentor, who introduced me to a program which was written by experts who live sound financial principles. And they created a system using those principles to amass great wealth and become financially free. My mentor taught me that if I just get better information, then my results will be better. But not only information, but the inspiration to be able to put in effect these universal principles. And this comes from experts who have practiced what they preached, experts with what we call fruit on the tree. My mentor and the information not only has helped me financially, but the information and inspiration made a huge difference in my attitude. My marriage, my family, my confidence, and my job were better by just applying this information. I was able to get several promotions at my job with this information. Before adding this information and inspiration in my life, I've never been promoted from within. I would have to change companies. Although I was a hard worker, my attitude made it impossible for me to be promoted. I didn't realize it at the time. I didn't know what I didn't know. My mentor also showed me that I can collect a monthly paycheck, a passive income, by promoting the best financial education on the planet. This program and the inspiration has restored hope in my life. I am so happy now. My life and my family's life has been extremely blessed by what this information has to offer. See, with the financial fitness program and my mentor, I learned that there are success principles that successful people follow. first is define. Successful people first defined their dream in order to achieve a dream. I was taught that I really needed to define what is it that I wanted and how I wanted my life to become, and more importantly, what I wanted to become. The second is learn. I was taught that successful people learned how to achieve their dreams from a mentor, someone who's already walked the path to achieve their dreams, someone willing to be honest and patient to help you along the way. But see, I also learned that I needed to be teachable. The third was do. That's the most important part. In order to get the results, you have to actually go out and do what they did. You see, without that third principle, the action, your success will be limited. When it comes to define, there's two secrets that really motivate us into action. The first are the dreads in our life. Maybe you can relate in some way. Debt collectors keep calling you at all hours, asking you why haven't you paid them yet? Or the rising prices in the shrinking packages of the grocery store. How about affording new clothes? Or maybe it's a washer and dryer so old that you and your spouse have a bet on which one will die first. Or it could be car repairs. Nothing feels worse than going out to your car in the morning and trying to get it started and it won't start. And you just have that sinking feeling that you'll be late to work again. Or how about the fluctuation in gas prices, where you're not able to fill up your tank and you're just hoping to make it to the next gas station or to the next paycheck. Or how about that second, when you wake up in that morning, you have that feeling of, and then you realize you're more broke than when you went to bed. However, the more powerful secret of motivation of the two is your dreams. What have you dreamt about but decided to put it away? Was it taking your spouse on a second honeymoon? Or for many people, taking your spouse on a first honeymoon? How about paying off your home early? If you don't have a home, maybe it's saving up for a large down payment. Or better yet, paying cash for that home. Is it paying off your parents' homes to thank them for all the things they did for you? Or maybe donating to a church and charity that's dear to your heart? Or paying cash for a brand new car of your choice? Or taking your family on a vacation, or maybe a vacation of the month? Or a month-long vacation? Or if creating memories is the thing you like to do, buy a boat to share that with your friends and family. Or maybe it's buying a cabin in the woods or a second home. Whatever your dreams are, use them as your motivation. And you could do that with your dreads as well. Do you have a plan to reach your financial goals and dreams? See, in the full program, we're going to help you discover and specifically define what really motivates you. The thing is, these are all things we know that we should do. We should find our dreams. We should write down our goals. We should create a game plan. Sometimes we should all over ourselves. We want to help you take those shoulds and transform them into things that you'll take action on right now. As I'm speaking right now, write 3 things that you would like to accomplish. We're going to help you discover and specifically define what's really going to motivate you to become financially fit in 3 different categories. The first is material possessions. The second is recognition. There's a reason why there are names on hospital buildings and on university campuses throughout the world. And the third is purpose. To be able to contribute to a cause, something that you feel that you're called to do. We're going to help you create a realistic game plan that you can commit to. Okay? Make sure that you've downloaded and printed the worksheet that we emailed to you. It's going to help you write down some of your dreams and dreads. And after you write them down, share them with your family, your friends, your spouse, and be committed to these changes. Be committed to your dreams. This is time to take the information from your head to paper. It's time to take action today to start changing things and be financially fit. Okay, I'm going to ask you to push pause, and if you're watching this alone, fill out that worksheet and read them out loud, then push play. If you're watching this as a group, fill out the worksheet and then share your answers with your spouse or your friends, then push play. We'll see you in just a minute. Alright, welcome back. To those of you that stopped the video, congratulations for taking action and writing down your goals and dreams. Now we're going to outline how we can increase our income by learning about the offense of personal finances. Now, in the game of football, everybody wants to run for a touchdown. But the greatest coaches know that if they can just keep moving the chains down the field and continue to get first downs, then they'll always score. On the other hand, if you're always going to go for the long bomb, you'll often have an interception. The same principle goes with baseball. Focus on getting on base rather than having to hit a home run. So forget about the get-rich-quick schemes. We're going to focus on applying the principle that you'll learn in this program every single day. Just daily habits that work. The first principle of offense is to understand the difference between a free market economy and a command economy. And that in a free market economy, we get paid for bringing value to the marketplace and value to other people. So how do we bring more value to the marketplace? In order to have more, you have to be more. See, we get paid in a free market economy for solving problems. That's why we don't want to wish for less problems. We want to wish for more skills. You see, the number one offensive strategy or investment to make is not investing in the stock market. It's not investing in a 401k or a mutual fund, and not even in real estate. The best investment you can make is an investment in yourself. We call it investing in you Inc. Imagine you Inc. as a company and invest in that company. Benjamin Franklin said, "If a man empties his purse in his head, no man can take it away from him. An investment in knowledge always pays the best interest." There are two ways that you can invest in yourself or in you Inc. The first is formal or traditional style education. This can oftentimes be very helpful, especially if you're choosing a career path that requires it. The second is a self-directed education plan, a focus on the fields of finances, attitudes, personalities, character-based leadership, philosophy, communication, and relationships. See, the real secret is to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. If you work hard on your job, you can make a living. But if you work hard on yourself, you can achieve true financial fitness. But regardless of which plan you choose, successful people are lifelong learners. In the full program, you'll learn more on how to invest in you Inc. and make it your number one priority. You learn the mindset of a winner, and you'll learn how to find the right mentors. You'll have help to design a self-directed education specifically tailored for you and your goals. You'll learn about no extra time learning, and you'll learn how to read, listen, and associate and mentor your way to true financial fitness by investing in you. You'll learn the skills and the abilities to climb the ladder of success. But what kind of ladder should you climb? What kind of offensive strategies are available to you? I don't know about you, but I was taught to go to school, get good grades from a university, then get a job with great benefits and I'll be set. I was told that a degree will open up doors to a career and a job security. Well, how's that working for most people? The U.S. Bureau of Labor and Statistics says that 95% of Americans fit on a graph. We call it the 45-year plan. See, we all start off around 18 or 19 years old working, and we see steady pay increases, and things seem really exciting until around age 30 or 35 when for some reason things just level off. And for most of us, it doesn't matter how hard we work, we can barely keep up with inflation, even when our spouses are working. I don't know about you, but when considering a family, I really didn't like the idea of paying for daycare for someone else to raise my children. But many families are forced to do just that, and they're barely keeping up. And this 45-year plan is turning into a 50 or 60-year plan for most people. Now around age 65 or nowadays 70 years old, we get the opportunity to retire on half or two-thirds of what we weren't excited about living on before we retired. And 75% of those 60 and 70-year-olds right now have less than $30,000 in savings. And they are totally dependent on the government. Some people feel that this chart is inaccurate because nobody keeps just one job for all 45 years. So the chart goes up and down. Maybe some people change occupations so much that they don't even have a retirement by the time they're 60 and 70 years old. And this is what we call the financial matrix. Financial expert and author Robert Kiyosaki shows us there are 4 offensive strategies or 4 main ways that you and I can make an income. In his book, The Cash Flow Quadrant, he lists the 4 ways as ESBI. The E stands for employee, the S stands for self-employed or small business owner, and B for business system owner, and the I is for investor. On the left side of the quadrant, we trade time for money, or what he called active income. He compared active income to carrying buckets from a stream to fill up a village's water well. The only time a bucket carrier gets paid is when he delivers the bucket of water. And on the right side is passive income. He compares it to a pipeline. Once the pipeline is finished, the water flows with minimal effort from the pipeline builder. And so it is with the right side of the quadrant. Once they build the system provides the passive income. A B-type business owner develops people and leverages systems. One of the best examples of passive income or earning a residual income comes from a founding father of the United States, Benjamin Franklin. Benjamin Franklin started out poor. He became a printer's apprentice. He learned printing from a mentor. He bought his first printing press and started his own business. As his business became more and more successful, he was able to buy additional printing presses. But instead of trying to manage them himself, he taught his apprentice to manage the printing press in return for 1/3 of the profits. The apprentice agreed to this win-win business arrangement, and that was so successful that Benjamin Franklin bought many other printing presses throughout the colonies, and he set up a system, or what many today would call a franchise. He eventually was able to buy back his freedom and his time. He no longer had to focus on profits or paychecks, and he spent the rest of his life on his passions and his purpose. He went on to discover electricity. His passion was to become a great inventor, and he invented the things like the lightning rod, swim fins, Franklin stove, and many other great inventions. He figured out what his purpose was, and that was to stand up for freedom. See, the big thing to understand here is that retirement is not an action of age. Retirement or financial freedom is a function of creating enough passive income that you can discover your passion or fulfill your purpose. So, in the full program, you'll learn how to invest in you Inc. and dramatically increase the value you bring into the marketplace. And in so doing, you're going to dramatically increase your income. You'll learn the 10 money views. You'll learn how to make money your servant and not your master. You'll learn the power of vision and how to create a dream or vision board to visualize your success. You'll learn the power of dream building. You're going to create a game plan to get on the right side of the cash flow quadrant and create a passive income so you can spend the rest of your time and the rest of your life chasing your passion and your purpose. The whole time you're going to learn the value of becoming an entrepreneur, and then based on your goals, you're going to learn how to build a system from scratch, for instance, if you already have a business, or buy a system that's already been proven to work. If you're an employee and you love what you're doing, you're going to learn how to be an intrapreneur. The word intrapreneur sounds like something made up, but this is someone who takes ownership mentally within an organization, learns to be a leader, and is not afraid of assertive risk-taking and innovation to better that organization. You'll learn that 90% of our population is taught to invest wrong. You're going to learn the investment hierarchy and when, where, and how much to invest in order to prepare for retirement and truly leave a legacy. The most important part of this program is we're going to empower you through accountability to take massive action right now. To know and not to do is really not to know. You can even plug into a classroom environment to learn and do what you've always wanted, to live the life you've always wanted to live. All right, we are going to take a short pause because we're delivering so much powerful information. I want to make sure that you're able to apply it in your life. Here are some questions. Push pause and then answer them verbally. And then when you're done, push play. Welcome back. Let's talk about the defense. Best offense is a great defense and vice versa. In the game of football, the first goal of every defensive team is to get the quarterback. Now, imagine if you could have every quarterback that you've ever made right back into your bank account. How much would you have right now? You may be asking, what are we defending against? Did you know that beginning as a small toddler, the average child watches 20,000 television commercials every year? By the age of 65, the average person has seen over 2 million commercials. So, the one big thing we need to defend ourselves against are the advertisers, because they're influencing us to spend our money for their agent, not our own. The advertiser's job is to separate you from your money. They spend millions of dollars on psychological research every year in order to influence the masses to believe in many of the financial messes. One common myth is, I deserve it. So many people say, but I work so hard. I deserve to buy what I want. I deserve to buy it right now, so I'm going to go get it. I don't have the money, but I can make the payments. Financially fit people know that if they haven't earned and saved the cash, they don't deserve it. People who are financially fit avoid consumer debt like it's a disease. They see it as a cancer that needs to be cut out. Benjamin Franklin said, I'd rather go to bed without dinner than to rise in debt. Financially fit people know that interest can either work for them or against them. The financially fit make interest, and the financially flabby pay it. It's all these myths, lies, and legends out there, like these, that we need a solid defense to protect us against. The first step in a solid defense is you've got to have a game plan. Yes, we're going to be talking about budgets. A budget might sound like a bad word, but without one, you can never win the money game. Now, every month when you get your paycheck, there seems to be a huge line to get your money. The bank, because they want their mortgage paid. Then there's the car payment, gas, electric bill. They all want their share of your paycheck. And I haven't even talked about the groceries yet. Then what if you want to go out with your sweetheart? Everyone is fighting to get ahead of each other in that line so they can get paid and they can grab at your money. A major part of financial fitness and putting together your budget is to prioritize your expenses so that your family's most important needs gets paid before other things that may seem fun or may seem urgent. Remember when we talked about imagining yourself as a company called You Inc.? Imagine that your company is also in that line. Your company is trying to get its bill paid. If you prioritize the different expenses in order of importance, that You Inc. bill should be in front of the line. If you've ever flown before, right before takeoff, the flight attendant gives safety instructions in case of an emergency. She or he gets to the point of the presentation and gives instructions in case of loss of cabin pressure. A mask will drop from the ceiling, and they instruct you to put it over your own face before applying the mask to a child or someone else that you may be traveling with. Why? Well, if you don't, you run the risk of blacking out and dying. You're no good to anyone. So bring that to your own personal finances. If you don't focus on your personal finances, you're going to get further and further behind, and you won't be good to anyone. Remember, your family is more important than that Visa or MasterCard. Now, Murphy's Law says anything that can happen will happen. We know that. We're all going to experience a financial catastrophe. If you haven't paid yourself first, at the risk of offending you, if you're not prioritizing paying your family first, you are being irresponsible. Please, commit right now to pay yourself first by keeping 10% every time you get paid. You immediately begin breaking old financial habits that have been holding you back and beginning the new financially fit habits. So what should you do with the 10% you invested in the only company you have complete control over, You Inc.? If you were a company, how much would your stock be valued at today? Are you a blue chip stock or a penny stock? If you're not yet a blue chip stock, it's likely because your company is underfunded and its management lacks the leadership and financial education to compete in today's marketplace. In the full program, you'll learn more about a very simple and predictable formula to help you transform your penny stocks into blue chips. It's called the You Inc. investment hierarchy. Remember, the goal is to buy back your time so that you can focus the rest of your life on your purpose. Your investment hierarchy is the asset that you will grow in order to buy back that time. Well, what if I could show you a way that you could put at least 10% into savings without cutting any expenses? In most industrialized nations, including countries like the US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and many others, there are two types of tax codes, one for employees and the other for business owners. The tax code for employees taxes you on every dollar you earn, while the one reserved for business owners is designed to create economic growth by allowing the owner to deduct all of their business expenses before paying any taxes. This business tax plan is available to you whether you're running a business full-time, part-time, or even spare time from your home, as long as you're in a legitimate pursuit of a profit. This is information that could put thousands of dollars in your pocket right now, depending on where you live. So there may be some differences, so be sure to check with a tax professional on your specific situation. However, the principles of taxes for business owners are similar. There are many different tax deductions, write-offs, and strategies that come with owning your own business that you'll learn in the full program. So here's an example of some incredible deductions that you can get by using only 5 of those strategies. Your home office expense, your general office expenses, business vehicle expenses, travel, and meals and entertainment. So the number 1 is your home office expense. If you are already paying a mortgage or rent, utilities, insurance, and other services for your home, when you have a home business, you can now write off a percentage of these expenses. When you have a home office, let's say these monthly expenses come to $1,550 a month, and 20% of your home is used for operating your business. The number 2 deduction is general office expenses. You might already be paying for these, things like the internet, a home phone, cell phones, etc. As you start to use these things to build your business, you can now count them as your business expenses. Let's say this comes to around $200 a month. Number 3 is your business vehicle. When you own a business, you can do business everywhere you go, whether you're promoting your business or strategizing with associates. You can now count much of your normal commuting as business expenses. Let's say this adds up to 15,000 miles per year. Number 4 is travel expenses. When you own your own business, you now can deduct from your taxes any incurred travel expense when your business activity requires you to stay away from your principal place of business. The full program will also teach you how to convert your vacations into deductible business trips. Let's say this accounts for $4,000 per year. Meals and entertainment. These are meals and also entertainment that you might be normally doing now. If you own your own business, you can now deduct these meals and entertainment if you use them to promote your business. Let's say this equals out to $400 a month. So your total business-related actions so far are $20,770 for the year at a 28% tax rate for an annual savings amount that would be about $5,815.60 right back into your pocket. That's at least $483.63 every single month. So if your goal is to be able to fund your own savings account with 10% of your gross income, you can see that just by starting your own business, you now can take advantage of all those tax benefits. Many people can fund a large percentage of that 10% without affecting their current budget. I know that so many of these things that we're talking about don't seem normal. I promise you that normal is broke. With the full program, you'll learn about stewardship, the trap of status, tithes and offerings, why it works whether you're religious or not, finances within a marriage and other family members, teaching your children about finances, and when to use debt for business, a specific debt reduction plan that will speed up your debt payoffs by more than 300%. You'll learn about the top 10 financial danger zones, when you should buy or rent a home, and how much you should spend for either of these at your income level, understanding the relationship between God and your finances, and the value of memories. With the full course, you get a personal online financial scoreboard where you can track your progress. Also access other downloads and forms like budgets, game plans, net worth statements, financial statements, and asset and liabilities, and income and expenses. Alright, we're going to take a short pause to review what we've discussed about the defense of finances. Now if you're watching this by yourself, make sure you either write down your answers or say them out loud. Don't worry about what other people are thinking, even if they think you're not normal. Because we know what financial results normal people get. If you're watching this with other people, please take the time to discuss your answers with those people you're watching with. Alright, we'll see you in a minute. Welcome back. I hope you're actually talking through these questions to yourself and really taking notice of these defensive principles in your life. Well, I'm excited. We are now at one of my favorite parts, which is the playing field. See, in order to truly be financially fit, we have to master all three areas of personal finance: the offense, the defense, and the playing field. The offense, which is how to make more money; the defense, how to spend less, get out of debt, and budget. But the playing field, as you do better and better in your microeconomy, which is the offense and the defense, you improve your wealth. It will become more and more important for you to understand the macroeconomy, which is the field that your microeconomy is playing on. See, the playing field, the macroeconomics, is the large society level issues of economic life: taxes, booms and busts, government policies, and natural disasters. Again, microeconomics is us. It's how we play the defense and offense of our personal finances, or on a slightly larger scale, a business's finances. Macroeconomics is the field that we play our microeconomics on. It's so important to understand what are the rules and the philosophy around money, and what makes economies thrive and grow, and what makes it struggle. It's so important that we're going to compare the command economy versus market economy. How do people meet their basic needs in a command economy? A few people rule over the many, and they tell them what to do with their time and how to distribute their wealth. They also distribute their labor and belongings. Freedom and prosperity is low among those who are being ruled. The ruling class amasses great wealth, and the people remain under the ruling class's control. In a market economy, or otherwise known as free enterprise requires the protection of life, liberty, and property. Know when life, liberty, and property are properly protected. It gives us all the freedom and incentive to risk and specialize and serve each other in any way we can. And as we do it, it creates more abundance and better lifestyle for everyone. I know that large economies can look complex, but it's really just a bunch of yous and me's trading with one another to create abundance. In a free enterprise, everyone agrees to a few important and mutually beneficial rules, but for the most part, we're left to ourselves. Everyone must be treated the same under the law. In the Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights, the Founding Fathers knew how important property rights are, and also our other inalienable rights, to be able to allow us the freedom and security to risk our blood, sweat, and tears to make a brighter future for us all, and for our families, and for society in general. Under a free enterprise economy, one can specialize in a particular field in order to bring more satisfaction and wealth. Entrepreneurship is essential for high freedom and prosperity. The role of entrepreneurs in a free society is so important. See, the entrepreneur's whole focus is to take big risks, to find out how to make better products at a better price, to serve as many people as possible in hopes that we'll trade some of our stuff, most likely the money, for what they've created. Successful entrepreneurs not only bring us better products and services, but we also benefit from the jobs they create. They also spend and invest their profits and put their savings in banks and other places, and these savings support more jobs and increase profits for other businesses. The success of nations is directly related to how they treat entrepreneurs in their country. If entrepreneurs are treated well, they stay in that country. They risk, they grow, they create wealth for that country. If they're not treated well, they leave. They go elsewhere, and with them as much as the enterprising spirit of that country. Recently, many countries have been on the path of total destruction for opportunities among entrepreneurs. If your country is on that path, you must act. One way to act is to educate others on the importance of free enterprise. In the full program, we'll go into why it's important to teach others and how to teach others the playing field. It is just as important as the offense or defense in winning the financial fitness game. Maybe even more important because just like in sports, if you don't know the layout or the rules of the game, you're going to lose. And we feel passionate about everyone having the opportunity to attain personal financial freedom that requires personal liberty. This program was designed to help any individual create individual financial success, but also bring as many individuals together to help their community create greater success, and eventually even their nation. In the full program, you'll also learn the first 5 economic questions and be able to answer them. You'll learn about currencies, what is fiat currency, the difference between inflation and deflation, the middle class squeeze, and precious metals. You'll also learn the scam of central banking, the different types of governments and policies, and how to prepare for upcoming economic downturns. You'll learn what is true wealth, that true wealth isn't just paper in your wallet or the numbers in your bank account. It is things or property. It's being able to afford a lifestyle and provide memories for your family. All right, we're going to take a short pause to review what we've discussed about the playing field. We've given you so much information, it's important to take a quick break to answer the following questions. We'll see you in a minute. Welcome back. Let's do a recap. We first talked about your goals and dreams, where you want to be and where you don't want to be financially. We talked about how your dreams and dreads can motivate you. Then we talked about the offense of personal finance and some strategies on how to get where you would like to be. We then discussed the defense of personal finance and some ideas on how to be a good steward of your money and defend what you've already earned. And we also went over some of the basics of the bigger economic picture, or the playing field of money, and why it's important to understand. We talked about the importance of entrepreneurs in our economy. Then we discussed the need to influence your community in the right direction. With the full program, you'll get the nation's best-selling financial book, Financial Fitness, the Offense, the Defense, and the Playing Field of Personal Finance. You'll get 8 audio seminars by top financial experts from around the world. You'll get the Financial Fitness Workbook to help cement in your mind the information and inspiration that you've been reading and learning about. Plus, you'll get an online access for your personal financial fitness scoreboard. You'll be able to track your milestones, take a survey to find out how financially fit you truly are, and find accountability partners. You'll also get access to budgeting forms, financial action plan, and much, much more. This amazing program is available for you for an incredibly low price of $110. For just $110, you can have your entire family be completely educated on financial fitness. What an amazing value! The information in this program is worth so much more. But to help more people become financially fit, we're offering a 3 for free program. If you refer 3 of your friends and they all buy a copy of the Financial Fitness Program, which will create an instantaneous accountability partnership, you'll get your program for free. With your friends, you'll be more accountable and driven to reach your financial goals. We want everyone to be able to learn these principles and start applying them today. So we want to remove all the roadblocks possible to your financial success. So for a very limited time, I'm hosting 6 additional courses. These 1-hour classes will help solidify all 47 principles found in the Financial Fitness Program. Each week is designed to walk you through each of the milestones needed to be financially fit. Class sizes are limited, so it's imperative to act now and hold your spot. This masterclass is normally $160 value, and for a limited time, I'm offering these 6 online courses with the purchase of a Financial Fitness Program. Most people are able to save the purchase price of the Financial Fitness Program in just the first month of applying these principles that are found in the first few chapters. This program is brought to you by Life Leadership. Life Leadership is the industry leader in personal and professional development and financial education. Life Leadership teaches timeless truths and cutting-edge, life-changing information from best-selling authors, speakers, and leadership experts in the areas of faith, family, finances, fitness, following, freedom, friends, and fun. In addition to the opportunity of becoming a Life Leadership customer and having access to this fantastic content, you have the opportunity of creating a part-time or full-time income by promoting this program to others as a Life Leadership member. We're so sure that this course will revolutionize your life that we've created a 100% money-back guarantee. So there's nothing to lose except for maybe all your debt and some stress. But you have everything to gain, which is your financial freedom. I want to congratulate you on taking the first steps towards your financial goals and dreams. I hope that you think about what you've learned today and start applying it immediately. Remember, procrastination is the #1 dream stealer. It's time to commit today, to start investing in yourself and your family's financial future, to be able to leave a legacy and live the life that you've always wanted. To get started on your financial freedom, your goals, and your dreams, just click the link below.